Well, the dribble handoff has been utilized throughout the entire league. It's a weapon that bigs can use to help free up guards or create opportunities for themselves. But nobody does it as well as Nikola Jokic because of the tool set he has at his disposal and the number of ways that he can beat you with a very basic move. Let's take a look at some of those opportunities. First one is just the threat that he creates because of how good he is in the low post. So as this ball is entered to the post, you're going to see Jamal Murray, as Jokic takes a step toward him, come off here and receive the basketball. The two defenders you're trying to engage are the defender on Murray and Thomas Bryant, who's guarding Jokic in the post. You can see as this ball is given to Murray, Thomas Bryant is so concerned about Nikola Jokic and his ability to step back and score that his vision is right on him, and he is worried about leaving him at all. He's chest to chest. Patrick Beverley has no chance here to get over this because of how wide the screen is, and you can see it happen so quickly. Even the weak side defenders don't even move by the time Murray catches this basketball and gets it to the rim. So just the threat of Jokic and the wide body create opportunities for the guard in this example. Another way you utilize the dribble handoff is to create switches, and that's what Denver's trying to do right here. And you can see Dallas doesn't even want to switch this. You can see right here, Hardaway is trying to fight over the top of this. That tells you they weren't planning on switching it. Problem is, the screen is so good on Hardaway, it forces the jump out and the switch to the big. And now you've got Jokic operating in the center of the floor against the guard. This is basically a post-up opportunity in the center of the floor, and you can see Jokic is already scanning the weak side to try to determine where the double team is going to come from. As he starts to back Hardaway down, puts a lot of pressure on your backline defenders. When the first one comes up to create some help for Hardaway, you can see the dilemma that Dinwiddie has on the back line. This is his man in the corner, but there's a big underneath. He's caught in the middle, and ultimately what dictates this is Nikola Jokic looking off to the corner, forcing Dinwiddie to react to it, and now no one underneath the basket to guard Aaron Gordon. The passing, the unique passing of Nikola Jokic creates an opportunity for Aaron Gordon. The ability to shoot the basketball for the big, very important when you run dribble handoff. Here again, the guard's going to come off, try to get downhill. You can see the defender trying to chase over the top, doesn't get there in time, and that forces Jokic's defender to sink to the middle to try to cut off this penetration. And one of the advantages of the dribble handoff is that the guard has so much speed coming off of it because he's not actually dribbling the ball. He's sprinting. Puts more pressure on the defense. So as the guard turns the corner, you can see what Jokic has created. Two defenders in the paint. Jokic now with the step back and the ability to step out beyond the defense's closeout and knock down a three-point shot, a critical element of the dribble handoff. And finally, and no one utilizes the dribble handoff more than the Denver Nuggets, look at multiple DHOs on the same possession. Here again, the dribble handoff the first time actually defended very well on this. Defender slides under, meets him. Comes back to Jokic. Well, now let's run one to the other side. You're going to see Jamal Murray come off, and again, defended well by this defender chasing over the top. But as this guard turns the corner, look at the reaction once again by Jokic's man. Valanciunas is forced to get over here to cut off penetration on the paint, and Jokic is then going to step out. But rather than shoot, take a look at the ball fake. Just that fake forces Valanciunas to overreact, and it creates a driving lane for Jokic to get into the lane and take a better shot. So the ability to operate one-on-one against a closeout was all set up by the dribble handoff. We've shown you the ways that Nikola Jokic utilizes the dribble handoff, and other star players around the league do it as well with varying degrees of success. Let's take a look at some examples of some of these players utilizing this move, but in a more limited way in areas of the floor where they can hurt you. First, Joel Embiid utilizes this a lot with James Harden and Tyrese Maxey and loves to catch it in this area. The mid-range ISO, that's where Joel Embiid is so dominant, not as much as a passer, as an athlete at the rim, or as a playmaker. For Giannis, it's more about getting to the rim and using that length. So you will often see him run the dribble handoff and sprint to the rim and get a lob in return. And then for Draymond Green, it's mostly utilized as a way to facilitate offense for his teammates. Steph Curry in particular, by running the handoff and immediately creating a body screen to free up the greatest shooter of all time. So while all of these guys do this every night, no one does it as well as Nikola Jokic.